Saddam Hussein was one of the most controversial and feared leaders of the 20th century. His rule over Iraq was marked by brutality, wars, and his quest for power. This brief history will cover his rise to power, key events during his rule, and his ultimate downfall. Saddam Hussein was born on April 28, 1937, in the town of Al-Orja near Tikrit, Iraq. Raised in a poor family, Saddam's early life was marked by hardship. He joined the Ba'ath Party in 1957, a political group advocating Arab nationalism and socialism. Saddam's political career began in earnest after the 1958 coup that overthrew Iraq's monarchy. He played a key role in the Ba'ath Party's 1968 coup, which brought the party to power. Over the next decade, Saddam rose through the ranks, becoming Iraq's de facto leader by the late 1970s. In 1979, Saddam formally assumed the presidency after forcing then-President Ahmed Hassan al-Bakr to resign. His rise to power was swift and brutal. Within days, he ordered the execution of dozens of party members who he deemed threats to his authority. Saddam's ambition led to the Iran-Iraq War, a protracted and devastating conflict. The war resulted in massive casualties on both sides, estimated at around 1 million lives. Despite its enormous human and economic toll, the war ended in a stalemate. Saddam's rule was characterized by severe repression of any opposition. He used fear and violence to maintain control, including the infamous chemical attack on the Kurdish town of Halabja in 1988, which killed thousands of civilians. Saddam's invasion of Kuwait in 1990 led to the Gulf War. The international community, led by the United States, responded with Operation Desert Storm, which forced Iraqi troops out of Kuwait. The war left Iraq's infrastructure in ruins and its economy crippled by sanctions. Throughout the 1990s, Saddam continued to defy United Nations sanctions and inspections aimed at dismantling his weapons of mass destruction programs. This period was marked by economic hardship for the Iraqi people due to the stringent international sanctions. In 2003, the United States led a coalition to invade Iraq, citing Saddam's alleged possession of weapons of mass destruction and ties to terrorism. The invasion led to the quick toppling of Saddam's regime. After months in hiding, Saddam was captured on December 13, 2003, by U.S. forces. Saddam Hussein was put on trial by the Iraqi Special Tribunal for crimes against humanity, particularly for the massacre of 148 Shiite villages in Dujail in 1982. Despite his defiant demeanor during the trial, he was found guilty and sentenced to death. On December 30, 2006, Saddam Hussein was executed by hanging. His death marked the end of a dark chapter in Iraq's history but left a legacy of division and conflict that continued to affect the region. Saddam Hussein's legacy is one of tyranny and brutality. His rise to power and subsequent dictatorship left a deep and lasting impact on Iraq and the broader Middle East. While his downfall brought an end to his reign of terror, the consequences of his rule continue to shape the region's political and social landscape to this day.